The 2024 Copa America. Will Lionel Messi bring it home to Argentina? Maybe Brazil can pull it off and win it. Or just maybe the United States of America win it on home soil. Well, we don't know what's gonna happen, do we? But we're gonna answer some of those questions today. Because today, my friends, thank you to some mods, we have the full 2024 Copa America tournament on FC24. And we're gonna sim the entire tournament 3 times to see who would progress the furthest and win it the most. Of course, guys, if you enjoy the content, please hit the like button for me. If you're new, welcome to the channel. Please hit the subscribe button for me with the little noti bell. I would really appreciate it. Let's go and sim the Copa America 3 times. Who is taking it down? Is it Argentina? Are they the favorite? To be fair, they probably are. But how is Canada gonna do? Yeah, Canada. Can they get out of the group? I don't know. Before we begin simulation number 1 of the Copa America, let's remind ourselves of the 4 groups. Group A, it is Argentina, Peru, Chile, and Canada. Come on, Canada. Group B will be Mexico, Ecuador, Venezuela, and Jamaica. Group C have the hosts USA, Uruguay, Panama, and Bolivia. I think Uruguay are the favorites in Group C. And finally, Group D, it is Brazil, Colombia, Paraguay, and Costa Rica. Let's go to the end of the group stage matches in Sim 1 and see who's progressing to the quarterfinals. All right, Sim number 1 group stage matches are done, guys. Who is going to be in our quarterfinals? In Group A, Argentina, 2 win, 1 draw. Obviously expected on 7 points. But Canada on 4 points, 1-1-1, 5 goals for, 5 goals against. Canada moves on. Chile and Peru are eliminated. That is a surprise. In Group B, another surprise. Mexico topped the group on 7 points, but Jamaica actually finished in second. 1 win and 2 draws on 5 points. Venezuela with foot crunch on 2 points. They're eliminated, but the biggest shock here is Ecuador. Ecuador went winless. They only got 1 point and they are eliminated. Group C doesn't have any surprises. Uruguay, 3 wins from 3 on 9 points. USA is probably the second best team in this group on 4 points. Panama actually was very close, also on 4 points in 3rd place, but they're going home, and Bolivia went 0-3. But then in Sim 1 and Group D, it was Paraguay that topped it on 5 points. Colombia in 2nd on 4 points. Costa Rica also on 4 points, but they're going home. And Brazil finished bottom of the group on 3 points. They are going home as well. So our Sim 1 quarterfinals are Argentina versus Jamaica, Uruguay versus Colombia, Mexico will play Canada, and Paraguay, out of all countries that progressed, will take on the USA. That is just absolutely ridiculous. Our first quarterfinal, Argentina versus Jamaica. It was Argentina and Messi 3-1, and they are going to be in the semis. Uruguay beat Colombia. They will also be in the semis 1-0. But then Mexico lost to Canada 2-1. Canada beats Mexico. They are going to be in our last 4. And then USA took care of Paraguay 3-1. So our semifinals, it is Argentina versus Uruguay and Canada versus USA in Sim 1. Semifinals are completed, guys. Argentina beat Uruguay 2-0. They will be in our final of the first Sim of the 2024 Copa America. And then Canada beat USA 3-2. I mean, I understand I'm wearing a Canada kit, but there's just no way this can happen, right? Like, guys, I promise you, I did not rig it for Canada to be in this final. All I did was press the Sim button, and somehow Canada did all these things.
Sure, buddy.
Let's focus on the 3rd place match. It is Uruguay versus USA. Who will be in 3rd place in Sim 1? It will be Uruguay. USA loses 2-0. Uruguay takes 3rd place. And then the final, Argentina versus Canada. I mean, is this realistic? I mean, well, it's realistic for Argentina to be there. It's definitely not realistic for Canada to get there. I mean, what, like a 5% chance maybe? I mean, let's just sim it, see what happens. If Canada win this, I'm going to lose my mind. You see what I mean? I told you, there's something going on with the game. Canada beat Argentina on penalties and won the Copa America. There's just no way this is happening, okay? Even though I'm cheering for Canada, I can admit that this will not happen. There's just no way. But I guess for the sake of the video, in Sim 1, Canada wins it. Let's begin Sim number 2 and see if we actually get a more realistic result. Because, like, no hate to Canada. Guys, I want Canada to win the Copa America, but it's just not gonna happen. Like I said, maybe 5%. And I don't know how they won it in Sim number 1. It just makes no sense to me. Group stage matches of Sim number 2 are over. Let's start in Group A. It is Argentina on top once again, but Canada is there again, guys. They beat beat out Peru and Chile. Peru and Chile are eliminated. Argentina and Canada move through. In Group B, it was finally Ecuador on 7 points. They topped it. Mexico in second on 4 points. Jamaica in third. Venezuela in fourth. Sounds about right. Group C also sounds about right. Uruguay in first. United States in second. Panama in third. And Bolivia 0-3 once again. And in Group D, we have no surprises because Brazil topped the group. Colombia in second. Costa Rica in third. And Paraguay at the bottom. Honestly, sounds about right again. So in Sim 2, the quarterfinals will be Argentina versus Mexico. Uruguay will take on Colombia. Ecuador against Canada. And Brazil will take on USA. Let's start simming the knockout matches like this. One match by one instead of going through all of them all at once. Argentina versus Mexico quarterfinal, sim number 2. Who wins it? Who progresses? Argentina and Lionel Messi. Messi scores. Otamendi scored. McAllister scored. And Di Maria scored. 4-1 Argentina in the semis. Uruguay versus Colombia quarterfinal number 2. I would say Uruguay probably takes it. Colombia wins on penalties. Coates and Valverde miss back-to-back pens. Uruguay is eliminated in the quarters. Colombia is in the last 4. That is a shocker, but maybe not because Colombia is still a really good side. Ecuador versus Canada. Can Canada keep on making another run in sim number 2? Let's find out. Who wins this one? Canada is eliminated. That's a bit more realistic. Maybe get past the group stage matches if they can. Lose in the quarterfinals to Ecuador. I would be okay with that. Ecuador is in the last 4. And now the host, United States of America, taking on Brazil. That is a big matchup, man. I don't know how Brazil is gonna do, or Brazil wins it 4-3. I was gonna say I don't know how United States are gonna do against Brazil, but it went to extra time and Rodrigo scored in the 105th minute. 4-3 for Brazil. They are in the last 4 as well. So our sim number 2 semifinals last 4, it's actually 4 countries that are all from South America. Argentina versus Colombia. Ecuador versus Brazil. Argentina versus Colombia semifinal number 2. Who is taking it down? Who is going to the finals? It is Lionel Messi and Argentina. They are going to a second final in 2 sims. But will they be joined by Brazil or Ecuador? Let's find out. 3, 2, 1. Who is taking it down? Brazil. 3-0, which means our final of sim number 2, Copa America, it is Argentina versus Brazil. But first, we gotta find the 3rd place team. It is Colombia versus Ecuador, the 2 losers in the semifinal. Who will be taking 3rd place in sim number 2? Let's find out. It will be Ecuador. Ecuador. Estupinan scores. Caicedo scores. Ibarra score. 3-1 for Ecuador. They take 3rd place in sim number 2. And now the final of sim number 2, Argentina versus Brazil. Who will it be? It will be Brazil. Bruno Guimaraes in extra time in 114th minute. Brazil are Copa America champions in sim number 2. And Argentina goes home empty-handed once again. Sim 3, the end of the group stage matches, guys. Group A, Argentina tops the group once again on 5 points. And again, Canada, I mean, they come in 2nd place over Peru and Chile. Peru and Chile are eliminated. I mean, do we have high hopes for Canada in Group A? Can they actually make it out? In Group B, it was Mexico that topped the group, and Jamaica came in 2nd place. Ecuador did not make it out, and neither did Venezuela. Group C, again, had no surprises. It was Uruguay first, United States second, Panama in third, and Bolivia 0-3 for the 3rd time. And in Group D, it was Colombia that topped it on 5 points, Brazil in 2nd on 5 points, Paraguay very unlucky in 3rd on 5 points, and Costa Rica went winless. So the quarterfinals will be Argentina versus Jamaica, Uruguay versus Brazil, Mexico versus Canada once again, and Colombia will take on the United States of America. Argentina versus Jamaica, this one should be easy for Argentina. They should progress. FC 24, man, what are you doing to us? 5-3 for Jamaica on penalties, guys. I guess Argentina isn't winning the Copa America in sim number 3 either. Uruguay versus Brazil. One of them will go through. It will be Brazil through Rodrigo. Quarterfinal 3, Mexico versus Canada. It's got to be Mexico, right? It's gonna be Mexico. Mexico advance into the last 4. And the 4th quarterfinal, Colombia versus USA. Colombia is probably the favorites, but USA progress. USA takes out Colombia, and they make it to the semifinals. This has to be the most unrealistic FC24 video we've ever had on this channel. Like, truly. Our Sim 3 semifinals, it will be Jamaica versus Brazil and Mexico versus USA. Jamaica versus Brazil. There's no way they're beating Brazil, right? There's just no way. I mean, it was close. It was close, but Gabby Jesus with a brace. Brazil is off to another final. final. USA versus Mexico. Who is going to be joining Brazil in the final? It will be Mexico. Mexico versus Brazil final in sim number 3. Who's going to win the final? We're going to have to find out. But first, it's the third place match. It is Jamaica versus USA. I swear, if Jamaica takes third place here, USA takes third place on penalties. Jamaica, man, what a run in sim number 3. Unbelievable. Realistic, though? I mean, probably not. And the sim 3 final, Brazil versus Mexico. Who will it be? Brazil is probably the favorite. Like, honestly, Brazil's got to win this one. FC24 says that in sim number 3, Mexico will beat Brazil 2-0 in the Copa America final, and Mexico wins it. So in 3 sims, Argentina and Messi did not win one Copa America. It was Canada, then it was Brazil, and then it was Mexico. That is just absurd. I mean, Brazil I could see. Maybe even Mexico as a dark horse I could see. Canada as a Canadian, I probably cannot see. Canada is not winning the Copa America. If they get out of the group stage, I would be ecstatic about it, honestly. Chile and Peru, both tough opponents, you know what I mean? They're both tough opponents. Are they beatable? They might be. We're definitely going to lose to Argentina. Maybe Chile and Peru are beatable. Like, it could happen. But going all the way to the final and then winning, it's just not going to happen for Canada. And I'm not sure how realistic it is for even Mexico to get this far. To beat Brazil in a final, a lot of our simulations on the channel are fun, and some of them are actually pretty realistic. But today, I mean, it's not realistic whatsoever. And I'm gonna put this video out just to show you that I'm not messing with anything, because this has been a total disaster of a video, guys. So please do not blame me. Blame EA Sports and FC24. As always, guys, if you enjoyed the video and enjoyed the laughter, please hit the like button for me and the subscribe button if you haven't already. Let me know down in the comments who you think will win the Copa America this summer. Oh boy, I don't think it's gonna be Canada or Mexico. Like I said, I'll see you guys in another video. I guess in sim number 3, Mexico are your winners. I'll see you guys very soon. And also let me know, do you want to see a tournament of maybe Copa America countries versus Euro 2024 countries? I think that would be very, very fun. Peace, 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 peace.